Hey guys, what's going on? Mine here, bringing you another LEA run that I did with the Electron Cloud, and also as a bonus, I'm going to throw in Corrosion in there too, just to kind of compare and contrast what are now my top two favorite weapons in the game. So starting with the Electron Cloud, it is a strong weapon. It does massive single target damage, melts bosses, has good range. The only downsides I can think of are that AoE is pretty much non-existent, so big groups of enemies are probably going to be a problem. And you're also going to be reloading quite a bit due to the high rate of fire. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I'll walk you through the build really quick, and then we'll get to the corrosion after that and the deviations and whatnot. So we are rocking 2-piece treacherous, 3-piece savior, and our key piece are the mayfly goggles. You're gonna get the most damage with this. But like I said, AoE can be a problem, so if you're struggling with that, you could always try the magnetic moment top, because that supposedly will pull in enemies within a 7-meter radius, which theoretically sounds really good for AoE. So you could try that, but otherwise you will get the best damage with the mayfly goggles. So starting with the gun, we are rocking rapid shot style with elemental and weak spot damage, I believe. It is a little different from the last time I played, so if that's not accurate, then I apologize. For the mod, we are rocking static shock power surge. So we have power surge damage, shock damage, power surge, trigger chance, all that good stuff. For our secondary, we're rocking bullseye as always, and we have vulnerability amplifier on that. For the mayfly goggles, we have deviation expert lunar with elemental and status damage. Our mask is thunderclap, power surge, and damage on targets with power surge. Gloves are elemental overload, talents, element, and status damage. Shoes, rush hour downstar, element, status damage. Our top mod is going to be a big one. It is rejuvenating, and I think that this is a required mod because, to the best of my knowledge, they took out spectrum generators from the game. If you've seen any of my LEA runs, you know I love my spectrum generators, and I looked all over for them, couldn't find them, and it is a lot more chaotic without the spectrum generators. So to combat that, I think you need this rejuvenating mod in order to build enough shield to where you can tank the crystals and tank the poison and the adds. So with that being said, this mod does have status and elemental damage on it. And for our pants, we're rocking elemental resonance, deviant energy, and we have element and status damage on that as well. For our deviation, I was talking about reloading a lot with this weapon. I know a lot of people are hyped on the voodoo doll right now, but I am using Mr. Wish, and I gotta be honest, the secondary effect where you can just have unlimited ammo like every 30 seconds seems huge to me. Like, you can fire 4 times as long and you can put some massive damage on the target with that. So I don't know, I mean, it's kind of your personal preference. If you want to use voodoo doll, you can, or Zatmander, or whatever you want to use, but I really like Mr. Wish just for that ability to continue to fire. So yeah, that's what I'm using. I use that for both corrosion and the Electron Cloud. For food, I used a Stardust energy drink and a surprise spring roll, a whimsical drink, and I also had a mixed fried hot dog. And for the Stardust energy drink, the double jump is nice for movement, but the main thing is you want that shell break so that you can get that destroyer whim, which will give you some more damage. And then for regular whims, Arrow Leap and the Weaver are huge for kiting big groups of enemies, which you will be doing a lot of in these runs. So that is the Electron Cloud. Once again, very strong weapon. I think I ran it in a 7 minutes 17 seconds, which is my second fastest time ever. Right behind the Corrosion. The Corrosion I ran 6:57. So we're gonna get into that build right now. So the Corrosion, you're gonna be using the same 2-piece Treacherous, 3-piece Savior, and your key piece will be the Gas Mask Hood. For the weapon itself, I cannot remember. I built this weapon before they changed everything, so I believe I had double crit rate on that. I don't know what that turned into, but it looks like I have a little extra crit rate and crit damage on this anyways. The mod on this weapon is going to be Static Shock Power Surge. Same vulnerability amplifier on the bullseye. And then for our headpiece, we are going to be rocking Fateful Strike Lunar, crit damage, weapon damage, Burst Electrocution, Power Surge damage, shock damage. Gloves are going to be Crit Amplifier Crescent, so weapon damage, crit damage. Rush Hour Violent, crit damage, weapon damage. Once again, that rejuvenating mod is going to be huge, and on this one we have crit damage and weapon damage. And the pants, Deadshot Downstar, crit damage and weapon damage. So once again, if you've seen my other LEA runs, you might know I might be a little biased towards the shotgun. It's my favorite weapon, it has been for a long time. It melts bosses just like the Electron Cloud. The only difference is that this has better AoE. You know, you can take down a group of enemies with this weapon fairly easily, so it doesn't seem as chaotic when you're using this weapon. But with that being said, the Electron Cloud is right there. You know, it ran a 7:17, this ran a 6:57, and the Electron Cloud, you know, if anything, it does more single target damage. They're both really fun weapons. With Mr. Wish, you can fire both of them forever. Yeah, you know, use the same food for both of them. I recommend both. You know, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Electron Cloud. The Electron Cloud is my, you know, number 2 favorite weapon. So anyways, with that being said, I think I'm gonna get into the runs, and I hope you enjoy them.
This is the research facility. Now, if our informant was correct, there's likely to be strong resistance up ahead. Stay alert and keep moving.
Truly remarkable, Dr. Mannheim. These 2 lab rats have so much untapped potential.
Well done. Now, let's go find Eve and her daughter.
Dr. Mannheim, these samples are amazing. But the one I truly want is missing. If you won't give me what I want, you're of no use to me. Or perhaps you are. No.
No one can hold back the march of evolution! Don't touch my Feel the wrath of truth! I don't allow intruders in my laboratory! My data! My samples! Fool! You will never understand the beauty of Stardust!
Fragments of Eve's fingers are growing stronger. Stay alert. Memory fragments lead right to this door. Well, it takes care of Dr. Mannheim. But still no sign of evil, Kelly. Must have been taken somewhere else. Useless place.
Here. This is safe. No one to disturb the children's dreams. Yes, here. Right here. Kelly, my darling. Come to mommy. Kelly, my darling child. Rest now. I'm here. An uninvited guest. Tell me, do you dream?
My God, it's Eve. The Mother of Life is immune to damage because of the polarized source.
No one can wipe away dreams. asleep in my arms, reunited with me once again. Because dreams are forever, you see.
Mommy?
This is the research facility. Now, if our informant was correct, there's likely to be strong resistance up ahead. Stay alert and keep moving.
Truly remarkable documentary. These two lab rats have so much untapped potential.
Well done. Now, let's go find food and water.
Dr. Mannheim, these samples are amazing. But the one I truly want is missing.
Feel the wrath of truth!
If you won't give me what I want, you're of no use. Or perhaps you are. No. Shoot!
No one can hold back the march of evolution! Don't touch my samples! I don't allow intruders in my laboratory! My data, my samples, my research! You ignorant fool! You will never understand the beauty of stardom!
Fragments of Eve's memories are growing stronger. Stay alert. Takes care of Dr. Mannheim. Still no sign of Eve or Kelly. They must have been taken somewhere else. Memory fragments lead right to this door. What is this place?
Here is a safe place. No one will disturb the children's dreams. Yes, here, right here. Kelly, my darling. Come to Mama. Kelly, my darling child. Rest now and sleep. An uninvited guest. Tell me, do you dream?
God, it's Eve. The Mother of Life is immune to damage because of the polarized force.
No one can wipe away dreams.
vulnerable now. The Mother of Life is immune to damage because of the polarized source. Vulnerable now.
My beautiful baby daughter, asleep in my arms, reunited with me once again. Because dreams are forever, you see.